A terrifying, dark unknown. Doctor offices are full of anxiety for most people. Ready to be criticized for their lifestyles, patients typically lie to their doctors and avoid health care in general. This can result in an unhealthy, undiagnosed community at risk of all sorts of disease. That is not how it has to be. Dr. Guthman is a physician who has taken strides in changing the stereotype of egotistical and cold healthcare. For those desiring to be in the healthcare field, he raises the bar high. For those seeking great care, he provides hope. I'm interviewing Dr. Guthman, a physician of 35 years who has worked all over the world. He is well loved and well respected. I will describe how he decided to become a doctor. Then I will examine his unique perspective on caring for patients. And then finally, I will discuss how this point of view impacts his community for the better. Dr. Guthman decided to become a doctor as a young boy. He was sitting in the living room having a conversation with his brother Edward and their family friend, Dr. Walker, a family physician. Walker was describing the impact he had on his patients' lives and the great enjoyment he got from working with people of multiple generations. From then on, Dr. Guthman decided to pursue this career. He loved the idea of family practice, working with families, because it impacted generations of people. He could see how a family developed over years and years of caring for them. He decided to choose patients over money, meaning he desired the personability of working with families rather than the prestige of working as a surgeon. He wanted to be with people. In med school, he decided to pursue being a family physician, despite his professors telling him he would make a good internal medicine doctor. He loved people and he wanted to be with them. So after graduating from med school, Dr. Guthman immediately began to put his unique perspective of medicine into practice. Dr. Guthman, when asked what his perspective was on medicine, became overwhelmed. He said, "When you are up to your neck in alligators, you try to survive. It's hard to think about what your original goal was, to drain the swamp." He means that in the day-to-day of helping patients feel better, of relieving symptoms, it's hard to focus on your end goal of increasing the well-being of their lives as a whole. But that's what his perspective is. Medicine is not about simply improving quality of life. It is about relieving symptoms, increasing longevity, all for the purpose of increasing life of enjoyment. This is put into practical beliefs by practical practice by his perspective on prescribing dangerous medicines. If something limits a patient's enjoyment of their life, then he will warn them of the side effects and instead suggest something that would increase their enjoyment of life rather than their longevity. His perspective is shaped by his beliefs. He has an awareness of God and is a very spiritual man. He believes that he is accountable to more than just himself. His perspective is, if you're healthy but you're not living, what's the point? He strives to encourage people to value life and value their relationships more than just feeling better. He treats each patient as an infinitely valuable gift. But through all this, through his unique perspective, Through his desire to work as a family physician, he has had a great impact on his community. People appreciate his service. They appreciate his hospitality. They appreciate his honesty. He rarely goes anywhere without being greeted from a member of his community. He has had patients for over 25 years that have become a part of his daily life. He has learned the balance between private and professional by having a life outside of work, by developing a strong family base and a strong church base. Dr. Guthman said that if he could do one thing differently in his practice, it would be to limit the amount of patients. Though that this would just decrease his monetary gain, it would increase the individual attention he would be able to spend with each patient. He believes that if there were a limited amount of patients, he could have more effective attention. In conclusion, though going to the doctor can be a most frightening experience, the doctors treat, diagnose, and warn us because doctors treat, diagnose, and warn us of potential risk. Doctors like Dr. Guthman are vital to the health of future generations. He became a doctor to heal, but he also believes medicine is more than just alleviating symptoms. Medicine is about creating lasting change that will increase the quality of life and build a trusting relationship between physicians and patients. He has an immense impact on his community. I would want my healthcare professional or any healthcare professional to model the practice that Howard Guthman has established in his own life.